DC the beat man. DC the beat man.
So epic.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as you see, we got my guy, King Dev, on the screen. What's good? What's good, Devin? How's everything, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back on the show.
I appreciate it. Now, you got all black on today, so it seems like he's trying to bring the heat. He might try to look to kill me today, folks. I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous now. All right, we'll see how it shakes.
No, it's not even like that.
I don't know now. I got my. I'm gonna keep my head on the swivel. kind of like how this March Madness tournament had me. It had me keep my head on the swivel. Now I did go and actually attend the tournament, but that wasn't the reason why my head was on the swivel. It was because more so the women's side of things. It was more entertaining. And I was looking around my seats like, damn, I should not have gone to the men's one. I should have gone to the women's one. Like, what was your thoughts about that one? Like, do you think the men's or the women's Final Four and championship were more entertaining?
I'm gonna say specifically this year, the women's was a lot more entertaining because it was a lot of off the court stuff that incorporated with the play. And I feel as though that there's going to start being a trend where the women's is going to receive a little bit more attention, because when the only real reason why people pay attention to the men's is because they make brackets. Like, people make brackets, and the last 2 years there hasn't been that the perfect brackets get broken in the first two games. So it's like, come on now.
They get broken a lot more often than that. But to be fair, though, there is a bracket challenge for the women's side as well. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm
going to get into that.
Yeah, but so for this year, and we're talking about specifically just this year, I think the women's tournament Final Four was more entertaining. You had bigger stars, quote unquote, right? Like Caitlin Clark. You got Angel Reese out there. You got Aaliyah Boston, the projected #1 pick. Shout out to you, Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got like really good players. Virginia Tech was doing their thing. So I mean, it was a really good time out there. On the men's side, even with the buzzer beater, like Devin, again, I was there at the game. Like, I'm watching it. I'm in the arena. We're going crazy, stupid, like. Even with that, like watching Caitlin Clark drop a 40 ball like that and beat South Carolina, like, yo, that's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, Virginia Tech versus LSU, people didn't look at that game. I didn't either. But when I looked back at it, I had to rewatch some things. Virginia Tech was pretty good all year, and they only lost by like 7 points. So maybe that was the championship game, because, you know, if memory serves me correctly, I think LSU lost. No, I'm sorry. I think LSU beat Iowa by 17, something like that.
Yeah,
so I mean, yeah. So I mean, if Virginia Tech was that close, how? And mind you, one of their star players did not play up to par, so they could have beaten Iowa as well. So it was just a really entertaining year for women's basketball. And I think next year too, it could become more entertaining, just because you get Paige back, AZ Fudd's back, you know, like Caitlin Clark's still there at LSU. People are going to be looking way more at Angel Reese. It's going to be interesting to see if they return and repeat, but I think it'll be very interesting next year for certain. But again, we're talking about specifically for this year, because last year it was not as entertaining
Right.
as like yeah, you have Duke versus UNC. I don't think any year that we've seen topples that. Like that's kind of tough to usurp. Now, speaking of March Madness, though, I wanted to get your thoughts on trash talking, right? Not necessarily who's right or wrong, because I think we can all fairly like agree that Angel Reese was okay in her trash talk.
Right.
Caitlin Clark was okay in her trash talk. Like it's part of sports. So what's your thoughts on trash talking as a whole? Like, when do you feel it should be done, or do you feel like it should never be done? Like, what's your thoughts on it?
I'm a full advocate of talking mess on the court, especially when I'm smoking someone out. Like if I'm just letting it loose and he can't stop me, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna let it be known that you cannot stop me. I remember playing twos with someone, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna guard you the whole time. I told him this before the game. I'm gonna guard you the whole time, and every time you miss, I'm gonna say a number. I'm gonna literally say 1, 2, and I kept doing it until you got to like 11. He missed 11 straight shots with me guarding him. 11 straight shots. So
It's mind games.
yeah, it's all mental warfare, and I feel like it's completely necessary. Now, when it gets personal, and you start.
What's personal though? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You telling, like, I'll say, "Oh, you're trash." You know what I mean? Now, what we're really saying is your game is trash. But if you've practiced, if you've like been dedicated at this, and I say you're trash, I feel like that's a little personal. Like, for example, you know, like what's something you're really passionate about?
I'm gonna say my filmmaking.
So I say your videos are trash. Everything you've done is piss poor. Like, you can't do da with. I feel like that's a little personal. You mean like? I'm just saying, like, that could be viewed as personal. I don't know. Like, do you view that as personal as someone saying on the court, "Oh, you're trash"? Because again, it could be comparable.
See, but I'm the type of person to differentiate my work from my personal stuff. So you may say that my work is trash, but that's your opinion. So everybody's opinion is gonna be different. So I've gotten called trash in basketball a dozen times, and I've taken it personally a few times. But then I came to that point where it was like, I gotta stop doing that and just lock in, because that's how they get in my head when I make it personal.
Yeah.
When I make it more of a personal thing. Now, I'm talking about if someone brings up my family or something while we playing and starts doing that, that's the line. That's the line. Like, that's stuff that we leave off on the court, like off the court, bro. Like, you don't bring that there.
Yeah, no, that you can't bring about somebody's family. I think there was like a rumor one time that KG said something about Lala to Melo when they were married, and it's like, you see Melo reacting a certain way. Like, there's certain things you don't do, there's certain lines you don't need to cross. And again, that was just a rumor. So like, imagine if like if you hear somebody say something about somebody's family, that you never want to do that in the game of basketball. One, it's not that serious. Like, it's really not.
It really isn't.
Yeah, so I agree with you. I think trash talking should be allowed. It's a tool that's used in the game. So I mean, if I can throw you off your game and you're physically more imposing than me, but mentally you're weaker than me, hey, man, I'm gonna take that advantage. I think that should be fair. And then afterwards, especially if I won the game, I'm gonna hold up a little championship ring. Like, what's good, my boy, my girl, like, hey, exactly, because they were cool for you.
Like, I'm setting up a rematch for my channel in the next coming months, and I already know we're gonna be going at each other, right? Like, it's 1,000% sure that we're gonna be going at each other, saying something.
Yeah.
Because me and this individual don't like each other. Like, it's well known that we and this individual don't like each other. But I'm not about to go out on
actual beef. It's actual
beef. But he knows the line and I know the line, and I'm not about to cross it. Now, if he crosses it, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But all I know is that I'm prepared to mentally get into his head because yes, he's taller than me, he's stronger than me, and he's bigger than me, and he knows how to use his body. But I know I can mentally get in here, and I could live in there rent free, and I could build a mansion in there. So
I ain't mad at that. Hey, like I love trash talking. So I mean, next time I go hoop, I'm more than likely going to trash talk. Well, actually, it depends on the day too. If it's early morning, maybe I just want to chill, cool. But if someone does feel like trash talking, I'm more than welcome. Like, hey, come on, please, I'll embrace it. I'll embrace it. But no, I just wanted your thoughts on that. Like, I didn't want to harp on college too much. Well, do I want to harp on? No, I don't want to harp on college.
You got before we segue though. I predicted everything after the Final Four. I said if Iowa beats South Carolina, LSU's winning. I
mean, but I don't think that was too. I don't want to give you too many flowers. I think they were favored. Yeah, like I ain't gonna hold, bro. I saw a report saying LSU upsets Iowa, and I'm like, did they?
It wasn't an upset though, because it's.
I understand 3 versus 2 seed. Yeah, like LSU was a 3 seed, Iowa was a 2 seed. I get that. Did they like really? I didn't think so. But I mean, to each his own, I guess. Whatever sells best. But yeah, no, I mean, did you put any money down on it?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, see, I see, definitely can't count it then. Definitely can't count it. If you don't put no money on it, that means you don't believe it. And if you don't believe it,
shoot, I ain't got the bread to be.
That's real too. That's a real answer. That's acceptable. Okay, we might accept it now. But one thing that we can put some money on though is the WNBA. So we're gonna transition on into that section. So I hope y'all enjoyed this one. But we're gonna go on into the next section. Say we
shoot. All I gotta say is that this season's gonna be stupid interesting. It's gonna be ridiculously interesting. I'm tuning in. Matter of fact, you know what we should do? We should have a watch party.
I'm down. Only thing, it might get a little tricky because literally this weekend I plan on buying a boatload of WNBA tickets to actually go to the games. Yeah, so like I think the 19th is the Mystics play the Liberty. So I do plan on
and I know you're going to that. I know you're going to that game.
Yeah. Oh, and you already know I'm going to the Wings game too. And I forget who's playing on my actual birthday, but like that might be a new tradition now. Because last year I went there on my birthday to watch a game. This year I'm gonna do it again. Like it should be a good time. But I'm down for doing a watch party on one of the games for certain. I just got to figure out how to do it because streaming purposes, you know, I'm not trying to get shut down.
Right.
them are straight. But I greatly appreciate you though. And look, for real, at some point in time, we do got to try to schedule that game, that one-on-one. Because to kind of go back to earlier, I'm beating your ass in a basketball game one-on-one. I don't care. Like, hey, matter of fact, hold on. Go ahead. Get my ring now. Ring me. Duke fan. You know how it is. Hold on.
I always have this ring good and ready when someone does that.
Hey, look, I'm about to flex right quick.
It's not a ring, it's still a ring.
It's still a ring, dude. I got I'm in these basketball leagues, and so they're giving out actual rings now. So I'm about to start bringing them on set. Yeah, I really like that because I hate getting the big ass trophies. There's no place to store them after a while. Right. But I greatly appreciate that, though, man. We will definitely do this again, and people, you know, there's more WNBA teams to talk about. You know, I'm talking about them with other players, or with other people. But if you want to specifically hear Devin, we can talk about the other people another time. So, till next time, we definitely greatly appreciate it, and hope you all like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone who's anybody. Go check out his page too, by the way. You know, that's in the description. It's in the bio. So, but yeah, hope y'all have a good one. Take care.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody, and most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.